Hello, I'm State Senator John Morse. Thanks for taking the time to visit my website, and thanks for your interest in House Bill 1056. This bill concerns emergency notification information connected with your driver's license, and was a bipartisan bill. Al White was the Republican House sponsor, and I was the Democratic Senate sponsor to create this bill. And what it does is it creates the option for you to submit information that will be added to your driver's license record that shows who you would want notified in the event of an emergency or a disaster. So it's a quick way for the police, ambulance, and firefighters to be able to figure out who is the next of kin in this case. So if you're involved in a serious automobile accident, or even if you're killed in an automobile accident, it's just sort of a shortcut to get us to your next of kin. Completely voluntary. If you don't submit the information, won't be submitted, won't be there for the police to have, and they'll have to do what they do now to try to track down your next of kin. But the thought is this will be a little bit more efficient, cut down on the need for government to spend time and effort figuring out who to talk to about your injuries or demise. Interestingly, you might think, well, why don't we just do this anyway? Well, government can't do anything unless it's authorized by law to do so. So right now, before this bill was passed, there was no place for this information and no authorization to add this information. So even if you wanted to add it voluntarily, you couldn't. Now with this bill, you can. So that's why the bill was required. I often get questions about, aren't there too many bills and why do you do such little things? And the reality is that if government doesn't have the authority to do something, in law, whether it's constitution or statute, it can't do it, period. So sometimes we get frustrated that why doesn't government just exercise common sense, because this seems like a common sense thing. And government is forbidden by law to exercise common sense unless the common sense is put into law. And in this case, we put a little bit of common sense into law, and I think this will benefit us in the future dramatically. So again, remember, politics requires money. We want to get big money out of politics. The way to do that is to get little money in. So think about stopping on your way out of the website and leaving a $5 contribution. All those $5 add up to real money, and I definitely and sincerely appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking the time.